Shalom, Shabbos Kavod This week, Parshas Beshalach, Shabbos Shira. We have two amazing guests, very, very influential in the current music industry. We have Yitzy Waldner and Miriam. Yitzy Waldner being a well-known composer who's written songs for almost every artist that's popular today. You literally cannot walk into a simcha or into a Jewish house without hearing some of his music, whether it's slow songs like Mehera, the famous one by Shweki, or fast songs like Eight Reko, I believe Inshallah is his, and many others. Miriam, of course, is a famous lyricist. Often when composers want to put the right words, whether in Hebrew or English, to the tune that they compose or connecting with an idea, they contact her. She wrote Ivrei Anochi, Yesh Tikva, and many, many others. It's going to be a pleasure to hear from them shortly. Just a quick idea on the Parsha, and that's with regards to famous Rashi. Rashi comments on the pasuk regarding Miriam taking out the instruments. Rashi says, where did Miriam have the instrument from? So he says that you see that tzaddikim plan ahead. They know that they're going to see nisim and aflos. They're going to see wondrous, amazing miracles from HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and therefore they plan to see it. So just utilizing something from psychology nowadays, confirmation bias, which is a concept that we see what we want to see. And I would highlight that by saying tzaddikim, people that have the foresight of appreciating HaKadosh Baruch Hu's hand and everything. It's not only that they're looking for miracles, but they want to see it. They believe that it's going to be happening. So they choose to see the good. They choose to take an optimistic slant on things. It's something that we could very much move from, on a day-to-day, month-to-month, and year-to-year basis. If we walk through life and we want to see good, we walk through COVID and other scenarios that we're going through and we want to see the good, you will see the nisim and the flows. They're there. They're underlying. You just have to open your eyes to see them. Without any further ado, I just want to introduce these amazing, amazing guests this week. Have a good Shabbos. Enjoy.
Parshas Beshalach, the Parsha of the Geula, redemption. We find something so powerful in this week's Parsha that we don't find in the Parshas before. Az Yashir Moshe Uvenei Yisrael es Ashira Hazois Ashira Lashem Ki Goiga. They finally sing to Hashem. Imagine Shemois ve'era boy. They witnessed 10 makas. Incredible separation between the Yidden and the Mitzrayim, where there is no makas in Goshen, but there are many makas all over Mitzrayim. But no shira. They don't sing. Only once they cross the Yamsuf and they're out and they see the Mitzrayim, Meisal Sfas Hayom, then they sing shira. The Ohr Chaim HaKadosh says that they were overtaken with such an amunah when they finally saw that they were really free, with the greatest miracles of splitting of the sea. It is only then, Az Yashir Moshe, that they sang. Their hearts moved them to sing. And boy did they sing, because they each, Moshe and Klal Yisrael, there was no rehearsals here. They came to the same conclusion, to sing at the same time, with the same words. The Kedushas Levi asks, the Holy Baditsheva, Simcha, there was tremendous simcha there, and that moved them to sing. He says simcha is really something that's relegated to the heart. You feel happiness in your heart. So why do they have to sing about it? Let them just be happy. He suggests, because when someone's happy and they don't express it verbally, after a few hours it will dissipate. Imagine going on a vacation and you can't tell anybody. Can only be excited up to a certain point. However, when you talk about it and you sing about it, then you're expressing it into the world, and that will carry more simcha, and that won't keep a longevity to that inspiration. Says the Kedushas Levi, that when Klal Yisrael witnessed that miracle, they were so close to Hashem, they didn't want to lose it. So they sang. And that song keeps going on till today and everlasting. It's interesting to note that Rashi mentions, he brings the Gemara in Sanhedrin, Mikan Remez, it says, Az Yashir Moshe. Yashir connotes a futuristic event that Moshe will sing. It should have said, Az Shar Moshe. Moshe sang. But Yashir means also, Rashi says, Mikan Remez L'tchias HaMesim in HaTorah. It's interesting. From here, there's a remez in the Torah. As we know, the 5 Torah, the 5 books of Moshe, do not contain any explicit talk about Tchis HaMesim. It's only from Navi and Chazal further on. Rashi says, the Gemara says, Mikan remez. Here there's a remez from this point. Interesting that it's only at this point. Az Yashir Moshe. By the advent of song, that's when we see Tchis HaMesim. Maybe bringing back the idea of what the Kedushas Levi says, perhaps. That song, expressing an emotion through song, Simcha, extends that. And therefore, there'll be Tchis HaMesim, there'll continuously be song, because that continues. Tchis HaMesim is a sign of Nitzchi. Torah never dies. Klal Yisrael never dies. Am Yisrael Chai L'Olam. So Tchis HaMesim, although it'll be in form of a bodily form, but that will continue to go. Song will carry on. Az Yashir Moshe. And that will carry the message of Klal Yisrael and the Torah. So we see from this parsha how important song is. And we have to realize and recognize when we listen to songs and what we're doing with songs. Is it bringing me closer to Hashem? Then there will be a Dvar Nitzchi. It'll carry continuously. If Chas v'Shalom otherwise, then that can also carry on. So we have to remember that we use song and the element of Kedusha, taking song and elevating us. Like the Ohr HaChaim HaKadosh said, Vayaminu b'Hashem, they were so overtaken with emunah that they were moved to sing. Song should bring us closer to Hashem. That's why Hashem made it. So we should all be Zaycha. We know, Chassidim always say, that the Zman is Ma'ira and Kriya is Ma'ira. Ma'ira is the Zman and Kriya. They're Ma'ira all the Yeshuas that come from that Parsha. So we learned this week, Parshas Beshalach, which is Kriya's Ma'ira. We can be Zaycha to Geula now, just like the Yidden were in Mitzrayim. Chazal tell us that when Mashiach comes, the nisim that I say we because we say every day, V'sachzenu einenu, our eyes should see this. That the miracles we're going to witness are going to make Mitzrayim pale in comparison to what we're going to see. May we merit to see that day really soon. Bikar of Mamish. Have a good Shabbos.
Hello everyone, this is Miriam Israeli speaking to you from Yerushalayim. This week is Shabbos Shira, and the Jews sing Shira, sing to Hashem for saving them from the bondage in Mitzrayim, taking them out after the Makos. We are living in a historic era, and right now, a very dark one. We are experiencing Makos, certainly darkness, Choshech. We're experiencing COVID-19, which corresponds with Dever, and we're experiencing tremendous economic and political upheaval. I don't know if any of us thought we'd actually be in the history books, but we will. No matter how this pans out, this time we'll go into the history books. And we wonder, how will it all end? And our sincere hope is that it will end by us singing a new Shira, the ultimate Shira, Shira Chadasha, to Hashem. And He will once again redeem us, take us out of exile, out of Galus, and bring us a Geula, just as He did in Mitzrayim. And it is my fervent hope and prayer that I will take out the tambourine from my closet where it is waiting. And like Miriam Hanaviah in Mitzrayim, I will sing with women as I have been doing for so many years, but this time it'll be different because it'll be with the ultimate joy instead of being beset by so many of the difficulties and misfortunes that Galus entails. So I think at this dark and difficult time, we have to, in the words of the song which I wrote for Ori Davidi, Anachnu Muchanim, we have to tell HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Anachnu Muchanim, and we have to show Him that we're ready by not focusing on the political or the other crises that we're facing, but focusing on tefillah, on davening, on prayer, focusing on togetherness, on loving one another as Yidden, to counter the effect of Sinas Chinam that brought about our Chorban. And then hopefully we will merit all together to sing to the Rabban Shalom. And even if, Chas v'Chalila, this is over and Mashiach hasn't come, we still wait for him. V'af al pi sheyismamea im kol zeh achakelo, b'chol yom sheyavo. And I think we need to try to take this time, which has overturned everything, and to overturn ourselves. Each of us is a world, and if we make our personal internal world a better one, then we have made the entire world better. So to take this time for introspection and to see how we can become better people to our families, to our friends, to our neighbors, to Hashem, to be more connected, to be less involved in our own egos and desires, to be more giving. And then once this is over, we will be able to sing Shira in a better world.
רק צריך להאמין ולפתוח עיניים, כי אני כבר פה. עוד מצווה אחת קטנה, תפילה עם לב פתוח, ויבוא הקץ. זה לקח אלפי שנה, הנה זה כבר בטוח, תנו להיכנס, ולא לא לא יהיו יותר דמעות, רק תראו ניסים ונפלאות.